Are you ready to evolve your life? Are you ready to see immense growth and manifestation in your life? Are you ready to evolve every aspect of your mind, body, and your soul? Well, you're tuned in to Evolved Mastery, and I'm your host, Princeton Clark, and it is my goal to assist you on your journey of self-mastery as you create greatly in every moment of your life. So join me in this episode of Evolved Mastery. Hey, what's going on, guys? Princeton Clark here, and you're tuned into another episode of Evolved Mastery. Today, guys, I'm going to just jump right into this. I want to be really in and out with this topic because I feel like this is something that you need to sit with and you need to resonate with it within your being. But today, I want to deal with the topic of self-confidence. When we begin our journey of self-mastery, the first step is understanding that we are powerful creators. We are literally manifesting every single moment of our lives, and nothing happens in our lives if we choose not to respond. Nothing will happen. Our dreams, our goals, our passions, those things won't happen until we start doing the work. But in order to do the work, we have to believe that we are fully capable of doing the work. We have to fully be confident in our ability and our power to create. A lot of people are lacking this confidence. A lot of people are lacking this ability and this understanding. And I want to share that with you today. I want to help break down some of the walls that are limiting you and keeping you from fully stepping into your power, fully stepping into your purpose, and fully accepting your ability to create from the very core of your being, everything that you desire, everything that you want to manifest, everything you have the potential to manifest. Self-confidence starts with you. Self-confidence is the root to everything that you create. It's the power that gives you the ability to step forward. It's the power that gives you the ability to move. It's the power that gives you the ability to believe that all things are truly possible for you. I meet so many people all the time who tell me that they believe that they're here for a purpose and they believe that there's so much potential within them, but they just don't know what's stopping them. They just don't know why they keep procrastinating. They just don't know why they keep putting things off. They just don't know why they have to keep going through the same tests and the same lessons all over again that are prompting them to move. And the truth is, it's because you're lacking self-confidence. You're lacking a firm belief that this is what you are here to do. This is what you have the power to do. This is what you have the potential to do. And this is what you have that being to create. So I want to give you some keys, some golden nuggets, if you will, that will assist you in increasing your self-confidence. What to do to increase your self-confidence? Some of these things may seem simple, and for some of you, you may have an aha moment. But when it comes to creating and mastering your life, you have to take the step. You have to fully commit. See, because you will never move forward as long as you're standing still. The first step in developing your self-confidence is realizing that developing your self-confidence is a practice. Simply saying, oh, I believe in myself is not going to be good enough. It's a practice. Developing self-confidence is about applying yourself in every single area that you lack confidence. Taking the steps in every single area that you know you have the potential to create something, but it requires you to move beyond fear. The more you do this, the more confident you're going to become. Again, like I've said in the past episodes, it's like riding a bike or trying something new for the first time. If you've been abused or treated badly, or you've had some really negative experiences in your life, you may struggle with having strong self-confidence. This may have put you in a hole. This may have led you down a path of dealing with depression, and you just sunk so deep and you stopped moving. Guess what? You practiced not moving for so long that you also stopped believing. You stopped loving yourself. You stopped believing that you could truly be something amazing. And now you're beginning this journey of self-mastery. Now you're saying, enough is enough. I don't want to be this anymore. I want to move more into my purpose. I want to move more into the things that I'm gifted to do. And I realize that I'm the only one stopping me. Nobody else. And when we start talking about powerful manifestation, being present in every moment, that means you got to show up in every moment. You have to literally take each breath as the gift that it is, and you have to take steps. You want to start a new business, but you're afraid that it's going to fail? Take the steps anyway. Start reading books that are going to give you information on what is required to build the foundation for that business. Start networking with people outside of your comfort zone who are already within the network of that type of industry that you want to enter your business into. Start going out and meeting people and having conversations that would normally make you uncomfortable. Start doing videos, sharing your journey, talking about the things that you've experienced. See, because a lot of the times there's so much shame that we hold on to as a result of things that we've experienced that we're afraid to talk about it. We're afraid of how people are going to look at us, which leads me to another thing. When it comes to self-confidence and affirming yourself, you have to completely ignore the ideas of what people will think, their opinions, because they're not living your life. They have their own life path curriculum that they need to focus on. And a lot of the times we get so lost in what this person is going to think, or what my family is going to say, or, what my coworkers are going to say if I quit my job, or what the people around me that are used to me being a certain way are going to say when I change and stop doing certain things. It's like, screw that. You have to love yourself so much that you are not willing to sacrifice the moments of your life, your passions, your goals, and your dreams for the opinions of other people. You have to be willing to step completely out of your comfort zone, confidently knowing that every step that you take is a step into something new for your life. It's practice. Every single day, you have to practice loving yourself. You have to practice affirming to yourself how great you are and how much potential you have. You have to practice affirming to yourself that you are worthy of love. You are worthy of new opportunities. You are worthy to be successful. You are worthy of having a partnership that's fruitful. You are worthy of whatever it's in your heart that you want. You are worthy. And you have to practice speaking that over yourself every single day. You have to practice taking those steps every single day. Stop putting your life on hold. Stop putting your passions, your dreams, your goals on hold. Stop putting that trip on hold that you know is good for you. Trust your intuition. How many times have you felt, I really need to do this? And then you start letting the old programmed recordings play in your head, and you let them discourage you from doing what you know you need to do. See, when you start empowering yourself and building up your confidence and speaking positively over yourself, surrounding yourself with people who are going to also affirm to you the power of you, and who are going to lift you up and who are going to support you. When you start doing these things and practicing these things and these habits every single day, you will begin to shift your life. those programs won't have power over you anymore. Your intuition, your spirit, your divine being is speaking to you every single day. And see, that's the self that you need to have confidence in. That's the self that you need to trust. That's the self that you need to allow to guide you in every single moment of your life. Because every day we hear that voice. Every day it's talking to us. Every day it's telling us that we are meant for something great. Every day it's telling us that you deserve to be loved. Every day it's telling us that we deserve to do what we have a heart to do. But we ignore it. Instead, we listen to the loud noise of that programmed brain that's telling us, remember, last time it didn't work out. Remember, last time they judged you. Remember, last time you took that step and you fell flat on your face, and everybody reminds you of it. Remember, last time you tried to trust yourself? Oh, it was hard, wasn't it? You had to face some challenges. See, you need to start listening to that voice in yourself saying, look, I know it's going to be hard, but you have to do it because this is for you. You mean so much to your life. You have so many gifts that you have come to bring to this world. And you just have to do it. And when you do it, you have to do it with everything you have. Self-confidence and self-esteem are one and the same. They go hand in hand. You have to esteem yourself. Remind yourself daily of your purpose. Write it every single day if you have to. And then when you start looking at what you have the purpose and potential to do, start putting the work in. If you don't know what that is, I often tell people when they say, oh, I feel lost. I feel like I don't really know what to do or how to do really what I want to do. And I tell them, you know what? You're in a really great place right now. Because that means you can try anything. What's the worst that can happen? You learn something new, gain a little more wisdom, figure out that that's not really what you want, but hey, I tried. See, it's all about taking steps. Life is about experiencing things. It's about creating things. And if you guys haven't been following me that long, I talk about, revelation that I received through meditation. I also talk about it in my book, Awakening Your Inner Master, which I'm recording the audio for now. I actually pushed it back because I wanted to have the audio and the print ready at the same time because I know a lot of people are busy. But anyway, I talk about it in my book, and I'll give you guys more information. If you want to go to my website, www.evolvedmastery.com, and, just stay tuned, check it out periodically. I'm going to be posting some updates soon on the release of the book and also release of the audiobook. But in my book, I talk about how, one day in meditation, I was just breathing. And as I breathed, my spirit just spoke to me and said, stop breathing. So, of course, listening to that divine voice within, I stopped breathing. I started holding my breath. And as I held my breath, my body does what your body would naturally do. It started struggling to breathe. And as it started struggling to breathe, my spirit said, now breathe. And I let out a deep exhale. And as I began to breathe, my spirit spoke to me again and said, you are not your body. You are the breath of the body. With each breath, you become something new. Your breath is the paint, your body is the brush, but the world is your canvas. You are all artists, creating in every single moment. And just like I realized in my own life, when my life changed, if I had the power to manifest the mess of a life that I had created up until that point, how much more power did I have if I actually started creating what I truly wanted? If I started creating in each moment that I was now gifted, how much more could I do? See, because doing the bare minimum, sitting around, playing the victim, making excuses, doubting myself, being afraid, didn't get me anywhere. It didn't make me happier. It didn't motivate me to create anything new. I was wasting the moments of my life. And so many of you are wasting the moments of your life. You're sitting around waiting for something to happen for you. You're waiting for somebody to show up and save the day for you. Or in some cases, maybe you've given up in certain areas. Maybe you're saying, oh, I'll just grow in this way and I'll just grow in this way. But I'm not going to really touch that right there. No, showing up as a master in your life means that you show up 100% in every area of your life. Because the areas where you are not showing up 100% are the areas that are going to be challenged. That's where you're going to be tested the most. But if you're saying right now, I want to be a master in my life, I want to evolve every aspect of my life, then that requires you to step fully into every single moment as an artist in your life. That requires you to give 100% every single day. And see, the thing about showing up in your life and having confidence to show up in your life, pushing beyond the barriers, pushing beyond the fear, pushing beyond the doubt, pushing beyond the mental programs that establish this illusion of limitation. The thing about pushing beyond all that is that the more you do that, the more powerful you become, the more you master your life. So you see, self-confidence is the key. Believing in yourself, believing in your power, believing in your potential, believing in your purpose. Understand that you would not be here right now if you didn't have a purpose. You would not be here right now if it was not meant for you to do something with your life, if it wasn't meant for you to evolve and grow. See, you're not here for no reason. You are so divinely special. And I know that for some of you, the world has knocked you down, it's kicked you, and you feel like everything you've tried hasn't worked. But I would like to venture to say that all of this was preparation for your purpose. See, because I played the victim, I made excuses, I doubted myself, I wasn't always the being that I am now. As I've said in my older podcast episodes, I was abused. I was abused mentally, physically, verbally, emotionally as a child. I was molested between the ages of 9 and 11. At the age of 16, realizing what had happened to me, it led me into deep depression. I started contemplating suicide several times in high school, even had to see a psychiatrist at one point. Psychiatrist tried to put me on medication, but I knew that medication, even then, wouldn't help fix the problems that I had in myself. Barely graduated and got my diploma. Eventually led me into deeper depression because I missed out on some opportunities, or so I thought, for sports in college. So I resorted to alcoholism. I used to drink so much that I had bleeding ulcers. I would literally throw up blood because I drank so much. I started using drugs to cope, to run from facing myself, to run from my reality, to escape the reality that I had created. And I know some of you may say, well, you didn't create what happened to you. And you're right, I didn't create what happened to me, but I did create how I chose to respond. And as an adult, I could no longer make an excuse for that. But at the time, I didn't have that wisdom. So using drugs, drinking to the point that I was drinking every single day, getting involved with gang-related activities. And then at the age of 23, putting a gun to my head and pulling the trigger only for that gun to misfire. You see, I haven't always been where I am. I had to fight through a lot. I had to face Princeton. I had to face myself to such a degree so that I could truly evolve and become what you guys are hearing today. I could have chose to play it weak. I could have chose to continue to doubt myself. I could have chose to try to give up again. I could have chose to give it a second try and take my life and end it all. But after that first time, there was an awakening that happened in me, and I realized that truly I was here for a purpose. And I had been given a second chance. And I decided from that moment that I wasn't going to waste any more of my chances. I wasn't going to waste any more of the opportunities for me to love myself. I wasn't going to sit back and keep blaming the world for where I was. I wasn't going to sit back and keep making excuses for what I didn't have and what I didn't do. I was going to do something about it. And even though I didn't know what it was right off bat, I knew that I had been given a chance for a reason. And so I had to start loving myself every single day. I had to start telling myself that I love me. I would tell myself, Princeton, I love you so much, and I'm going to fight for you even if nobody else fights, because you are here for a reason. You are here for a purpose. And again, even though I didn't know what it was at the time, I had to keep speaking it. I had to keep doing the work. I had to keep stepping forward. Many of you are in that place now where you're taking the steps forward. And in some cases, it feels like you'll take several steps forward and you get knocked 20 steps back. It's like, come on, man. Like, really, like I'm trying. And then initially it's funny, but then after a while, it's not funny anymore. And you're like, why am I still being tested like this? And it's because in some area where you're being tested, you still don't fully believe. You still don't have full confidence in that area. So it's almost like the universe, the spirit, your divine core is taking you and allowing you to be tested in these ways just to see how strong your resolve for self-mastery really is. Are you really prepared to transform your life? Are you really prepared to step into your purpose? Are you confident? Are you fully confident? Self-confidence is the key to self-mastery. Until you fully believe that you are here for a purpose and you are here to change something in this world through the different gifts that you have, guess what? You're going to end up putting your energy into your life in other ways that are not connected to your purpose. And as a result, those things are going to continue to get shaky underneath your feet. They're going to fall apart because that's not what you're meant to do. I always have clients ask me, Princeton, how do I know what my purpose is? And the first thing I ask them is, what have you been through? What have you experienced in your life? In my podcast episode, Finding Your Purpose, we talk about all of this. And, if you haven't had a chance, go and check out that podcast. But your purpose is rooted in service. Every experience that you've ever had and overcome, every lesson that you've ever learned from has given you the gift to share with the world. Because just like I learned with every one thing that I experienced in my life that I thought was so terrible, there was at least 1 million people out there going through just one of those things. And if I could evolve my life and infuse my purpose into everything that I do, I could inspire and impact millions of people. So even in my businesses, my girlfriend Kirsten and I, we own a photography studio and hair salon. I have Evolved Mastery, of course, and I speak, I teach, I mentor, I coach. I just wrote my first book and I'm working on that. But in everything that I do, I always say they're nothing more than tools that open doors into the lives of people that I otherwise wouldn't have met. And every one of those experiences allow me to touch other people who may be going through or growing through something that I've already experienced and learned from. And now I get to be a light to them. My purpose is service. If your purpose is not rooted in service, then it's never going to fully manifest. If you've put purpose in, a house, a big house and a car or things or people or things that can be taken from you, your purpose isn't strong enough. But see, the purpose to serve can never be taken from you as long as you have breath in your body. But you have to confidently believe that every test that you faced was preparing you for this. Every challenge you face, ask yourself, why am I so special? See, we got to change the way we communicate to ourselves, because a lot of times we'll say, why me? Why do I have to go through all this crap? Why do I have to face the challenges that I'm facing, and so on and so forth? But what we should be asking ourselves is, why am I so special that the universe tests me this way? I always say with great challenges come great purpose. So if you've been experiencing many challenges in your life, it's because you're challenged to do something great in your life. Your purpose to manifest something great with your life. But you have to be confident. You have to trust yourself. Listen to that voice in you when it says, go do this, go talk to this person. Step out in this opportunity. Oh, you would be good at this. Why don't you do it? See, your divine spirit is always speaking through you beyond that loud mental programming. It's always speaking to you. And sometimes you just need to slow down and trust in yourself. Love yourself. See, because those mental programs, that's not you. That's not you. That's just a system of programs that have been instilled in you since you were a child based on experiences and different things that you've gone through. But it's not you. And you need to tear down the walls of those mental programs. And you need to tell yourself, I am a spirit. I am an artist sent here to create powerfully in my life. I am not what happened to me. I am not the circumstances or the opinions of other people. I am not even my own thoughts. I am powerful. I am amazing. I am great. I am here for a purpose so much greater than everything that I've ever experienced. And the lessons that have been taught to me have set me on a path to manifest something great through every gift that I have. I am confident that this is why I am here. I am confident that I am here to love myself. I am confident that I am here to utilize that love for myself as a tool for inspiring me every single day to love other people. I am confident. You got to speak this over yourself. You got to believe with everything that you are special and you are an artist and you are a creator. You got to believe in your potential and you got to believe in your purpose. Even if that means you got to step through some things right now that you've been avoiding, you got to believe that on the other side, there's a breakthrough for you. On the other side, there's a blessing for you. But if you don't love yourself enough, guess what? You're going to stay right where you are, facing challenge after challenge. So you see, self-confidence is key to self-mastery. It all starts with believing in yourself. Because see, belief is an action word. When you truly believe something, whether conscious or unconscious, that's what you're going to manifest more of. So I want you to look at your life. I mean, really look at your life and look at what you're manifesting. See, because you may say, I want this or I want that. But the things that you're saying you want, you aren't manifesting. It's because subconsciously you're believing that it won't work. Subconsciously you're believing that you're going to fail. Subconsciously you're believing that it's going to be too hard. You're stepping into fear. You're creating all these fear concepts and ideas in your mind, all these illusions that keep you from moving forward into what you want. But you have to be so confident in yourself that you see beyond that. So confident in yourself that all you speak is what you want. But beyond that, you take the steps, because believing is action. See, I can't just say I have the potential to reach the world and then not take the steps to reach the world. I can't just say I'm going to reach millions of people with my purpose and then sit back and just wait for millions of people to come to me. I had to take the steps. When I started this podcast, I had never done a podcast before. When I first started speaking, the first time that I ever spoke over 15 years ago, I was given 15 minutes to speak on a topic, and I didn't even know what I was going to say. But years later, after years of practice, you put me in front of any person at any time. And because I listen to that voice from within, I always have the words to say, because I realize that there's something greater working through me, divinely through me. And I simply had to learn to trust it. I had to learn to listen to it. I had to learn to have confidence in it, in me, the real me. Not the me that was the victim of abuse and molestation and drug addiction and alcohol addiction and all these different chosen things that I chose to create in my life or accept in my life. The real me. See, and you got to be willing to do the same thing. You have to be willing to take the steps. And the moment you take the steps, the moment you start believing and having that level of confidence in yourself to the point where it applies, it initiates an action in your life. Those actions are what's going to create something new. So always remember, belief is an action word. And the things that you're confident in, that's what you're going to manifest more of. But I need you to be more confident in yourself than you are in your doubts. I need you to be more confident in yourself than you are in your worry. I need you to be more confident in yourself than you are in your fear. I need you to be more confident in yourself than you are in your procrastination. I need you to be more confident in yourself than you are in any of the areas that would hinder you or limit you in your life. You see, because I don't care what happens in my life. I don't care what people say. I don't care what people think. I don't care what other people do, because at the end of the day, guess what? I still decide what Princeton's life is going to be. I still decide what I'm going to manifest. And I love myself too damn much to stay where I am. I love myself too damn much to waste another breath in my body that I've been blessed with. And I've been gifted to share this breath with so many of you. But I had to practice loving myself. I had to practice putting in the work. I had to practice taking the steps. And it wasn't always easy. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it was, but I had to do it. I had to practice moving beyond fear. I had to practice moving beyond doubt. I had to practice trusting in the process. I had to practice taking the step even when the circumstances didn't seem to line up with the direction that I was heading in. I had to practice moving through all of that because I believed in myself. I had confidence in myself, and I wasn't going to let anything or anyone break that confidence, because I was given a second chance. What are you going to do with each new breath in your life? I challenge you to love yourself and have confidence. I challenge you to let that self-confidence push you in your purpose. I challenge you to let that self-confidence mold the life that you truly want. I challenge you to master yourself, own your power, own your potential, because your life starts and ends with you. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Evolved Mastery. As always, it's a blessing and it's an honor to be able to share my light with you. But as I always say, if you need to reach out, if you're looking for a mentor, you're looking for a coach, I'm here. If you'd like to contact me, or you'd like me to go over some different topics that you may be facing in your life, message me. Contact me directly through the Evolved Mastery website. Simply go to www.evolvedmastery.com, and I'll be glad to hit on any topic that you guys would like for me to talk to, or talk about rather. But I just want you to know that you can be completely authentic. You can be 100% you. We're all evolving together, people. I'm not better than you. You're not worse than me. You're not less than me, or vice versa. We're all on this journey. And just like in school, we grow at different levels. We're facing our curriculums at whatever level we're facing it on, but together we grow. We are one. We are all evolving masters, awakening to a deeper level of love, rising in our potential and our purpose to manifest greatly. But you got to believe it in order to receive it. Ask and it shall be given. Knock and the door shall be opened. Seek and you will find. See, it takes confidence to do that. It takes faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is an action word. You don't say, I have faith that it's going to happen. You say, I am faithing it. See, it takes confidence to faith something. It takes confidence to believe so intently that it becomes evident in your life. It becomes substance in your life. It takes confidence. But I'm going to leave you guys with this, and I want you to share this. Let people know about the podcast. Help me to reach more people. Because I need you to spread the word. See, I'm taking the steps. I'm stepping out and I'm asking for help. See, this is something a lot of people won't do, but I'm asking for your help. If you're listening to this podcast, share it for me. And let's reach the world together. You guys are all my soul family, and together we are creating something great. Together we are one. Together we will continue to evolve and master our lives because we're that important. All right, guys. This is a completely different flow, and I really, man, I feel so formless right now. So I feel like in the direction that these podcasts are going, it's really, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun ride. But like I said on the previous podcast, we're getting ready to add a lot of new segments to the Evolved Mastery podcast. Mastery 360. It's kind of the podcast episodes where we'll be talking to other people who have mastered certain aspects of their lives. Because what most people come to me and ask is, okay, once I understand what self-mastery is, how does that apply to business? How does that apply to relationships? How does it apply to parenting? So on and so forth. And so we're going to be interviewing people on those segments to help you answer some of those questions, and also to show you that you're not the only one who's having to master those areas, and there's a lot of help out here. So we're also going to be starting In Love She Rises, and my girlfriend Kirsten is going to be doing In Love She Rises, and that's going to be more geared towards women. As I stated in the last podcast, that's going to be more geared towards women. Awakening to your divine feminine, the divine power within you that can transform your life and transform the world. She has a lot of wisdom and a lot of people that she's going to be sitting down and interviewing through In Love She Rises. So I'm truly excited about that and truly excited to share her, my love, my partner, my person with you guys. A lot of new things are on the way. So just stay tuned, stay connected, and start loving yourself. Start having confidence in your purpose, because it's the reason you're here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, reach out to me on all platforms. Evolved Mastery on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can also contact me directly through my website. And once again, the website is www.evolvedmastery.com. I hope to hear from you guys. I always say that. And a few of you have reached out, but I want you to know you guys are my family. And if there's any way that I can serve you or assist you on your journey, I want to be able to do that. So you simply have to take the step to ask. You're not in this thing alone. I love you guys, and I'll be talking to you again soon. Peace.